Okay, so I have 2 changes to make. I gotta change the number of hingy bits, and then I gotta add the mechanism for keeping it in. So, and then I also gotta make the depth different. Yeah, this has to be like half as big. Yeah, because I asked my sister how many index cards she needs to hold, and it's like that much. I'll make it bigger just to be sure that it can hold. Just to be sure that it can hold enough cards, but like, yeah. Did not need to be as big as it was. Okay. So I wonder if I can... No units. Ooh. Hinge count. 5. Okay. Now, if I take this one, and then instead of dividing it by 3, I divide by hinge count. Then I take... Oh, hang on. Then I take this one. I divide that by hinge count. Alright. Then I take... No. No. So what I ought to do is pattern this. If I really want to... if I really want it to... So... Select features, objects, select this one, select this axis, get quantity. If I use hinge count divided by 2, wait, hang on. Is there a round option? Because if I do it divided by 5, it'll work. Oh, I know. Hinge count plus 1, because it's odd. It's always going to be odd. Hinge count plus 1. And then divide that by 2. And then it's going to be an extent of what was the outside width, I believe, minus 1 hinge count. No, minus outside width divided by hinge count. Haha! Okay. So hang on. If I change hinge count to be 7, There we go. That's so cool. Okay, so now for the top one. This one. This one. This one should start at a distance, at an offset of divided by hinge count. Right? And then divided by hinge count again for the size, right? And then I don't need this yet. I think I can suppress this. Whoops. Nope, that's not what I can suppress. Okay. Okay. So this one, just change 3 to hinge count. Okay. And then what is this? Warnings, offset faces, more info. Reference failure. The face reference is lost. Oh, okay. That's what it was. Oh, that's for this one, though. So I can just delete that. And that. And then this one I can probably delete. This feature is referenced by other features. Okay. Okay, there we go. And what is this? I see. I see. This should be... Okay. One of these should be gone. And then this one should be all. Okay. And then I need to move it to before it. And then real quick, in this one, okay, there we go. Now I can work on the pattern. Pattern this feature on this axis. Quantity would be hinge count minus 1, which becomes 4, and then divided by 2. Okay, and then the distance would be the extent of outside width minus, no, outside width minus 2 times the hinge count, or 2 times hang on, outside width minus 2 times, because it's subtracting this one from this one, so outside width divided by hinge count, no, not outside height, outside width divided by hinge count. Alright. So I've got the outside width, right, which is the total from here to here, minus 2 times minus 2 of the outside width divided by hinge count, right, is the extent. And that should do it. Now I just have to reverse the direction. So, take all of that and multiply by -1. Oh, and then I have to subtract another hinge count. So, or another outside width divided by hinge count. This is so complicated. Outside width divided by hinge count. There we go. So now, change parameters, change this to an odd number, and look! I did it! I made it so you could just change the number of hinges here. That's so cool. And the funniest thing is I'm probably never going to change it. And I just realized actually, you know what? I might. I just realized that oh no, it'll be fine because when I print the whole thing, that's not going to flex. Yeah, so there's that. Now I can start on projecting. Can I no, I can't drag that. What happened to this so that I can't have this into shortcuts? Pin to shortcuts, pin to toolbar. That's something I didn't. Anyways, that's not what I want to project though. I want to project this and this. Ooh. Okay, that wasn't as clever as I thought it was going to be. What do I want to do? Screw it. I'll just put a circle down here. And then I'll put a line going from here to the end of the circle. That'll be wall thickness. And then I do believe that this then cannot change. Yeah. Okay, from here to here will also be wall thickness. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a line going from there. Put a line going from here to there. And another one going down like that. So now I should be able to, I cannot. Because that didn't become, okay, there we go. And then the line going like that. And that will be 2 wall thicknesses. And then what I'll do is I'll cut this out of here by about 4 minus 4. But it's a cut. And then on this one, oh wait. Wall thickness plus 0.25. Okay. Oh, okay. Then, wait. Okay. And then that has to be there. And that's got to be 0.25. Oh, okay. This can only be it must be smaller than 2 wall thicknesses. So I'm just gonna make it 3. And then I will just measure this and make sure it's good enough. Yeah, good enough. And then bring back the sketch. Okay, extrude this. Minus 3. I said minus 3. No, not minus decimal, but minus 3. So now I'm making these flush with each other because I want it to be tight, but I don't know if it's going to be too tight or not tight enough. Gonna have to. Can I select? Oh. There, now I can select just that. And then get rid of the bottom, change this. Don't include that. Okay. So then the idea would be, right, there's these little 2 notches in the bottom, and in the top there's just enough, there's just a little bit here to go into that notch. Can I chamfer this? There is an angle that works. No, it just looks ugly. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and change the hinge count actually to about 11. And the reason I'm gonna change it to 11 is because, ooh, you know what? Anyways, the reason I'm going to change it to 11 is because that way I can split these here and test how well this works. But also what I'm going to do is go into this sketch, add a parameter, call it stack depth, but width, height, yeah, depth, okay. And this is going to be 60 right now, and then this is going to change to be stack depth. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and change the stack depth. Can I change the comments? Yes, I can. Ought to be 60. And then I'm going to go to the hinge count and say ought to be 5. There we go. That will tell me what I need to change it back to before I can yeah. Oh, you know what? Maybe it would be better if I split it here. So in that case, $13. 15. Okay. They're making it 15 means that I have very little print. I can split it here and it'll work. Now I'm going to change this to be about 20. Ooh, what? Why are the patterns? Pattern source lost. The model is using cache geometry. Please reselect reference geometry for failed features. Edge 1 missing. Oh, I see. The edge will then be this one. Take all that and negative it. Okay. And same on this one. Okay. There we go. There. Now when I change the parameter here back to 60, there won't be any errors. Make that 20. The reason for that is I kind of need to test pretty much. Oh, hang on. Okay. I kind of need to test, where is the select tool? There. I need to test pretty much all of this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make I'm going to split both of these bodies on this plane here. Wait, hang on. Is there a way for me? So right now, these are all touching, right? Is there a way for me to get that tolerance back in here without manually going in every single one? I believe so. I believe all I gotta do is take a press pull, do, see, yeah, take a press pull and put it on, hang on a second, that's odd. That's odd. Oh no. Firstly, this right here, for some reason, lost this. There we go. And then, okay. So now if I look at it, and I look at the bottom, that's interesting because I should have had, before this, was this. And it should include this. Project this line. Okay, so now change this to exclude this. And then now I'm going to have to change this. Oh, I see what the real problem is. Okay, it was that this okay. And then this is going to go to here, and then that's going to be vertical. Okay. So now change this to be that. Wait. And change this to have that. And what have I got? Mostly right. Also have that. Okay, so I'm going to have to change a little bit when I change the thing back, but okay. So now what I have to do is put a press pull here of minus 0.1 and pattern that. So Control A, Control C, and then you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and open up a Word document so that I don't lose track of these things. Control V. Uh-oh. Oh, that's easy. Okay. Take this one, Control A, Control C, Control V. Okay. Cancel that. Now pattern this on this axis here. Yeah. Control C, Control V, and then take this, Control C, Control V, and then take this one, and then change the sign. Okay, gonna go ahead and get rid of the bottom visibility there for a second. So now if I bring that up, this one's done, but that one's not. Why? Can I... Okay, hang on. If I go ahead and move the thing here, let me just extrude this by -0.1. Okay, now if I bring this back and I change this to this feature, and I change it to be this. There we go. And now I have that gap in all of them. Good. And you know what I think I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and change this to -0.25. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on this side. And then after that, I'll go ahead and repeat the pattern. With this one and this line. Using this. What the heck? Okay. Features, select this feature. Select axis. This axis, okay. Control V. And then take the Word document. Oh wait, hang on. Control C, Control V. Now take this one. Control C, Control V. And then change its sign again. Okay. Okay. So now I have, if I change the why, what was the error? Oh, I see. I see. It's because that one can't be. That's fair. That's fair. File. Okay. Then I ought to be able to change the sign on this one again. There we go. So I can change the hinge count back to 15. And everything is all hunky-dory. And I have that tolerance in there. That is a lot of effort to go through just because I want to be able to change this, the number of these. But honestly, it's worth it. Because like maybe I end up wanting to have 15 hinges. Honestly, on this thing I probably don't. I probably will always want 5, but like whatever. So now now what I can do. Now I can split these bodies. Right? There we go. Split both of these bodies on this plane here. And then take this one, save this as Lucky Thingy Test. I don't need that Word document. Then take this one, save it as Lucky Thingy Test. Okay. Now I ought to be able to test how this works. Yeah, because I need at least 3 of these, right? In order to make sure that this stays in the orientation it needs to be in when I check how well this works. So now now I can go ahead and suppress this, save here, and get this sliced and printed. Okay, so take these Locky Thingy tests. You know, I think I'm going to take them both and print them both at the same time. So this one I'm just going to center and bring down all the way to about yay height, which is pretty darn crazy. And then this one I have to print on its side here. Center that. Then I gotta move these out of the way. And then I'm gonna preview it. What speed am I going at? 40. I can probably bump that up to 50. Yeah. This one should have a brim, but this one really shouldn't. What happens if I one at a time it? This one will get a skirt. And then this one does this one have to be all the way up in order to get printed? No, it just seems only to want to print the one. Why? Why isn't this one getting done? Dumb. Completely ridiculous. What if I click one at a time now? Nope. Oh my goodness, for real? For real? Okay. Hang on. Walls, print then walls. Where is it? There it is. Okay. And it still wants to leave a gap. What the heck? Filter out tiny gaps? What does that do? Minimum wall flow, 0%. Minimum allowed percentage flow for a wall line. The wall overlap compensation reduces the wall's flow when it light. No, that didn't change anything. How about alternate extra? This is bullcrap. Oh well. Guess I'll just get it printed as is. Move the middle as close as I can to the middle. Alright, go ahead, save that as Locky test. Don't know what else to call it because it should call it a latch. Right? Because isn't that what that is, a latch? I don't know. Anyways, I'll go ahead and get that printed then. Okay, so I've got the top and bottom pieces printed here to check this. Yeah, no, it's not working the best. It does work a little bit. I think maybe with the other side it might work better. But I think what I should do is, let me just check real quick how much flex there is in here. Okay, there's a little bit of flex. That's good. So it doesn't want to like slip open, right? But also doesn't want to move anyways. I think what I'm gonna do, I don't like that. So if I press on it this way, right, it does kind of not want to go in very easily, right? And I'm trying to imagine what it's gonna be like when I have the other side on as well, right? And I think it'll be fine with the other side, because what's making it so easy to pull apart is that I can twist it like this, right? But with the other side, right, I won't be able to twist it like that. So I'll just have to rely on. So I think I'll keep this. I think this will work. So I'm gonna go ahead and just print the whole thing, I guess. I think that's all I needed to do. I mean, I gotta change the parameters back to how they were originally, because, you know, I don't actually want 15 hinge pieces. That's kind of a lot. And this is too small for the amount of index cards it needs to hold, so yeah, I think this will work. There's a small, see, look, there's no gap there, but then when you put it in, right, then there's a gap, because this and this are the same size. And also, yeah, I don't mind that little hole being there, to be honest, because it gets covered by this, so yeah, it's fine. It might be easier to put a tiny little chamfer here on this side, but I'm gonna chamfer most of these edges anyways. So yeah, I think I can just print the whole thing now, because this is working. See, there's just a little bit of resistance here when I try to pull it open. Right? It's not like this. It's like, yeah, it's like that. See, there's a snap. So I think it's gonna work. Also, when I put the filament in, I'm gonna have to melt it and pull on it, because it's a little bit, well, this is a little bit small,
I mean, I guess I could change the size to like 2.1 millimeters, but like that's not a big deal because I can. If it's too loose, then it can fall out. So I like the size that this is at. So yeah, I guess I'll just go ahead, fix up the things, and print the whole thing.